everybody, how's it going? Feeling pretty good today. After getting the medication straightened out, that'll probably help. Right now we're on our way out to grab the trailer tire off the trailer to go get it fixed. I think tomorrow I'm going to take the IROC back to the guy, get that out of here, because I got too much going on and I got to get done, and hopefully when we're done there's some money in hand. So yeah, go and get the tire. I gotta get that off first, get over there, hopefully get it fixed. If you can't get it today, at least have it ready so I can get over there first thing in the morning and pick it up and put it on the trailer and get ready to go, because I was going to go later. Looks like I got a sliver in my finger. Go later tomorrow, but I gotta go first thing in the morning and get my butt back in the afternoon. So, and I'm going to warn you guys now, I might get an annoying dry cough. That was what I was told yesterday with the new blood pressure medicine they put me on, one that's cheap. Farmers said the one thing you might get is a dry cough, and I'm like, really? Well, this morning I'm coughing and there's nothing there, so yeah, wonderful. So we'll get the tire fixed back, then I'm pulling the heads off the 327 so they can go and get the machine work done. And Monte Carlo engine, we're starting to get that figured out. I have taken a couple of days away from motors. Yesterday I was out at the farm, but I just ended up messing around with the old trucks, trying to get them started and that, and I was really surprised on that old brown 88 that she fired off like that. I figured the thing was going to be stuck. I mean, as many years as it set. But that goes with an old wise tale that I had a guy tell me years ago that used to scrap a lot of cars and that and collect old cars. He had an old car that was worth some money that sat outside for, at that time, 15 years. Motor was fine. He put it in his barn. Year and a half, 2 years later, somebody finally convinced him to sell that car. They went to get it out of the barn. The motor was stuck tight. After a year and a half, 2 years sitting inside, it's stuck. And you know, he got me thinking about that. It's true, you let something sit outside, it don't seem to get stuck on you. You put it inside a building, I think it's because the building holds the humidity and all the different time. There's too much sweating going on, and that's what gets them. And then he also told me this old wise tale. If you guys got an old motor that you want to get it tore apart, but it's stuck, and if you got time, wait until it rains, and you know you got a good rain coming. You know the rain's coming. You set that sucker outside where it'll be upright, where it will catch all the rainwater possible, and just let it rain on it. And then wait, when it stops raining, wait an hour to 2 hours after it stopped raining. Go out there, start wiggling it, and you'll be surprised at the results. It works. The rainwater soaking in there, freeze them up. And it depends on how bad the rust is. There are some situations where I don't care how long you let it sit, it ain't coming apart without a sledge. So that's just another old wise tale for some of you to try if you want to see if it works. So anyway, get to the farm and get this tire and get the day going. Well, heck, why didn't I think of that? The bottom sound was round. I could have just ran it on that side, right? Yeah. No idea what's wrong with it. I can't see anything obvious. Well, I guess you'll have to dig. We better get going before he takes off. The old boy does tire repairs in the morning and delivers fuel in the afternoon. So, all right. Well, bit to find the problem and see about, God. Wow, maybe that's longer ago than what I thought. 4 or 5 years ago, I put new tires on that trailer. And as far as I know, I've never had a flat with it. I'm not loading my trailer out. Well, evidently whoever borrowed my trailer must have poked a hole in my tire and put a plug in it, because the plug that was in there doesn't match anything I had, and I don't remember putting any plugs in. But I just love it when people borrow your stuff. At least they fix the hole and then bring it back flat. But they would have told me I had a plug in there. So he just fixed her, and he says, well, give that a shot, because that's the only thing you could find wrong. So anyway, yep, we're on our way back to the farm to do that. Then we'll go in the shop, pull the heads off the 327, and probably hit the machine shop. And hopefully the parts we got for the Monte Carlo motor will be here, and we can try and finish assembling that one. So alrighty. Hey everybody, what's up? I honestly don't know where I left off taping. I am so lost. You know, 2 days ago is when the truck went down, and taking that black IROC back to the guy. My buddy's little Ford Ranger to the rescue again. But before everybody goes thinking their Ford Ranger can do what this one did, this is not a normal Ford Ranger. He's upgraded the suspension, tires. It's got a V8 in it, so it's not a normal little Ranger. That's why I got away with pulling my truck in that car. Well, we hauled the car on to its destination. Then we got back, drove the truck on with what power it had. It just made it onto the trailer. That's how low on power it is. And then we got that all strapped down, loaded, then got it to the farm, unloaded it. I walked in the house at midnight that night, Wednesday night, and the wife was not happy with me, but when we left early enough that should have been out. I had that guy's car to him, and we would have been home, and we still could have gone and done what she wanted to. So, and if I wanted to have gone the day that it did, grandbaby and I would have been the ones sitting along the road yesterday. So everything happens for a reason. Anyway, Grandma had to go to work, so I ended up staying up until 5 in the morning because I had to put the baby back to sleep. And then I was up finally last night at 8 o'clock. I said, I can't go no more. I just don't feel right. So I slept quite a bit while last night. I would think I would have a lot more energy, but today I am so drained, it ain't even funny. I just really hope I don't get sick, because we were parked with the truck. Justin's his name. Says, your back is just covered with mosquitoes. I said, well, start hitting, smashing them, get them off me. Yeah, where we parked there, didn't realize the other side of the road was a waterway. Mosquitoes were terrible. And right now I'm sneaking around with the dually. Just hopefully get where I'm going and the 327 stuff's done, and I can bring that home and at least start putting that motor back together and get everything done correctly. So yeah, I haven't even had time to go look at my truck. Then we got major rain last night, so everything's a muddy mess. So hopefully here in a little bit I can find my energy and get going. So, alright. Okay, I was hoping to move this into the shade, but it's not going to work. And I'm going directly in. There's God dang glare. Sorry about that, guys. I miss my computer. This is a Solus Ultra, and so far I'm not liking it. Go down to display trouble codes. Oh, now we're down to, it doesn't have the ABS code now. Random multiple cylinder misfire. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Let's go up the display freeze frame data. Okay. Let's see if I get this where. Oh. Okay. Okay. I don't know if you guys can read that or not. I can't see it very good myself. Okay, engine speed, it was at 1,756 RPMs. And it says 1 minute. And fuel system closed loop. Absolute throttle position 33.3. Operating temp 192. And then it threw a is that all it's got? Okay. Okay, the engine. Okay, airflow GS was 53.67, intake 23.9. And then short-term fuel bank. Oh, that's changed since I first checked it. 0. Long-term fuel bank 13. Okay, here I think's where it gets in. Okay. Okay. Short-term fuel bank 1. Long-term fuel bank 33. Short-term fuel trim bank 2 26.6. Long-term trim bank 2 18.8. I was doing 56 miles per hour when it acted. Now I'll admit, I'm still learning all these terms and everything. So that must be, yep, that's it. So that's all the info on this truck. And the other night when we started it, the loaded, unloaded, it ran, but ran real, no power. Today I wanted to start it, to put it over here in front of the shop. Bam! Yeah. So I wanted to record all this because I don't trust. I know there's a problem with the short-term and long-term fuel bank. The measurements. Something's trying to compensate for something, but I don't know where to start with this truck. Going old school and hearing it popping through the exhaust like it is tells me it ate a valve or two. But This is new school stuff, and usually that don't happen. Somebody said something to do with misfire. Now this Solus doesn't have all that stuff on it. So I'm like, oh, well, that sucks. So, yeah. Anyway, I guess. Okay, I went into another section here. No power takeoff, memory lights on. Calculated load value 0.8, vehicle speed 0. Short term, not used. This is where it starts getting interesting. O2 sensor, voltage bank 2. That's a brand new sensor, 10 volts. Short term fill 0. Okay, voltage system, sensor 1, 260. This one's bounced between 10 and 15. That one's a 260. Short-term fuel base not used. This sensor 330. That's sensor bank 1, sensor 2. The same thing. Short-term fuel trim base 0. Voltage sensor 160. Just changed to 165. So that's bouncing around. Long-term fuel trim, zeroed out. Short-term, 0. Long-term, 0. I suppose that's because it hasn't ran. Ignition timing. Intake, 28.3. Airflow rate, 2.49. Engine coolant, 64 degrees. That's the temperature outside. So that's, it's trying to start everything, and that's what the key turned forward. Fuel system 2, open looped. Fuel system 1, open loop. 0. Oh, wait a second. What? The throttle position is jumping around. So, and it's got 10 there. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I'm still learning this stuff. Yeah, very interesting what's going on with this truck. So that was the current display data. So not as many choices on this one. So anyway, I guess that's all I can do for now. Guess if anybody's got some ideas, let me know.